We are live here to rip one of the first Eliminators by Underdog Fantasy. Let's do it, gang. What is up, everybody? I don't know if my audio is working and my camera was having some trouble with that earlier, but Underdog has released a new contest called the Eliminator. Let's pull up the structure here and figure out what is going on. It is a 15 entry max, $50 to enter. 50K to first. Let's get to the all rules button. I'm too zoomed in here to see anything. Working. Thank you, gang. All right. So 17 rounds. Each round consists of a player's groups as below. Pull the 107. It's 12 person, 15 person, 10, 13, 10, 14, 11, blah, blah, blah. At the end of round 1, 10 of 12 advance, and then 13 of 15, and then 8 of 10, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so the real things it seems that we need to worry about here is we cannot have the bye week bros in some ways have won. You know, this contest was made specifically for them. The group that's like, aren't you worried? Aren't you worried you have overlapping quarterbacks? Okay, yeah. I can't have that for this contest. I'll give it to you. But mostly, we're not here to have great strategy. We're just here to suss one out. You know, I and my fellow Star Wars nerds are eagerly excited for the Ahsoka release coming out in an hour or so. And so, figured we rip one of these with the gang in the meantime. Thanks for everyone joining. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Helps me out. Appreciate you. Let me close my other tabs. I need to buy a new camera, it looks like. It's about time. Okay, any early thoughts other than bye week stuff? Yeah, I guess if you really wanted to like grind each week of the schedule, which I do not, you could maybe get some minutia edges. What's up? This is fun. It is only a 15 entry max, only 5,500 entrants total, which I really think this like $50 to $75 price point they're doing is pretty nice. Like what they did for, I think it was called the Pitbull. Let's just grab Diggs here. Diggs is my 106. I think it's nice because, you know, contests like the Big Dog, contests like the Bulldog, not everyone's wanting to do a $250, $500 one, but for people who do the puppies and BBM, even, you know, they can take a $75 one as their like one high stakes. Triple condom draft. Yeah, early leans is that you probably want 3 quarterback. You probably want 3 tight end minimum, right? So like even on a Kelsey team, that's probably going to be 3 tight end to me. This is 18 rounds. I was curious if they're going to do 20 rounds. Let me turn off this light. We need to set the mood for a night stream. All right. Night stream after dark. Was jamming to some music. I think what Joel did here makes sense, correlating. In some sense, you don't want to over correlate. I would think, you know, just too many players on a bye week. So I think it's like I could probably just take Josh Allen at 18 and not overthink it. Fuck you, Dark Sheep. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to need running backs anyways. I personally have Pollard ranked higher than Chubb, but kind of nice to have a week 5 bye and a week 13 bye. Like, I would think minutia edges, you wouldn't want two week 13 guys. Guys like Hurts and Allen, guys who have such high floors along with ceilings. You know, like literally 50% of Josh Allen's games have been 25 plus points over the past several years. Would really be important for something like this, I would think. Quarterbacks getting pushed up even more than weekly winners. We'll see. You know, if I didn't mention Josh Allen before, I don't know if Dark Sheep would have taken him. Maybe trying to avoid guys with a bye before week 8. I think that makes sense, Ben, because the payouts don't begin until let's just pull up the Underdog tweet here. Shout out the community. I said 50 likes and we'll go live. We got 56. So they gave us details here. Week 1 is 10 out of 12. Week 2 is 13 out of 15. Week 3, 8 out of 10. Week 14, 10 out of 13. 7 out of 10, 11, 14, 7, 11. Week 8, 5 out of 7. And that's when payouts begin. And then it's 6 out of 10. So that's like more of a harsher advance rate. 6 out of 12, one of their harshest. 4 out of 6. 2 out of 4 in week 12. Kind of a weird 4-person group. And then week 13 goes to a 30-man group. And it's 15 out of 31. Week 14, 10 out of 15. Week 15, 5 out of 10. Week 16, 3 out of 5. And a 6-person final week 17, where if you make the final, you're getting $5K minimum, $50K to first, $21K to second, $15, $10, $75. So pretty nice structured payouts, in my opinion. Good point, Chipsy. This dude's username doesn't even fit in the box. Outrageous. Outrageous that that's allowed. The excitement was there. This thing filled like that. Tyler with a little existential crisis this evening. What is dead may never die? 16 days, Tyler. 16 days till NFL begins. And then we start in-season best ball. Okay. I hate when that thing's not cut up. Okay, we're going to go Ramondre. I'm still high on Ramondre. I think Zeke signing there's actually a good sign. The one thing I wanted to check is the roster makeup. Okay, so it still is 1, 2, 3, 1, 1. Sometimes they do like the super flex, you know, but still do need 3 wide receivers, which is pretty key. Rookies, slight ding down on the rookies. Oh, that's Bolduc? Thanks, Gypsy. What do you mean infa? I think sites are willing to eat overlay on one contest, you know? Just be, you know, like, wow, so we have an Allen and Fields, which is an especially bad pairing considering they both have a week 13 bye. Like, good for advancing a lot of weeks, but actually, I don't hate it. I don't hate it, where he's just like hoping that he's out quarterbacking people most weeks, and then he'll just take a third quarterback. But it is a lot of capital at quarterback, obviously. The main differences between the Eliminator is if you don't advance, you're out. So you gotta advance every single week. But yeah, also rewind and just throw me on 2x speed. I try to plan my speed talking so that you can listen to me on 2x. Totally joking. Yeah, as a company though, like let's say weekly winners was 10% filled and it was for sure going to overlay. That doesn't mean that you're just like, okay, well, because one contest overlaid, we can't do anything else. No, like they can release other things that will fill. I also think weekly winners will fill because you'll have people like me who like literally might just auto draft. Like I'll just do something like I'll do the first 2 rounds. Like I'll do like AJ Brown Hurts, Diggs Allen on every single one. And if not, I'll just like take a quarterback and then auto draft the rest. And it's like, all right, well, I'm gonna get some value. Okay, well, I'm gonna figure out quarterback with a hodgepodge. I do think some weird strategies can work here, like 4 quarterback. Probably better in something like this than regular best ball. If you go 4 quarterback late. Yeah, I think each room is going to have a lot of variance where this is literally the first one. No one has any thought out plans. No one's listened to anyone on stream say anything intelligent. Like I certainly haven't said anything smart here. But I could see like some rooms are going to be like this, where people are just like, I need Hurts and Herbert. I need Allen Fields. I need whatever. And then some rooms are going to be just like a normal one. And some rooms are going to be the quarterbacks go later. Double elite QB will be a thing. Yeah, like an Allen Herbert combo I like. A Hurt Allen combo I like because they have different bye weeks. Do not love Allen Fields. My build's pretty balanced to begin. Like in theory, 2 top 10 to top 5 running backs, 2 top 5 to top 10 to 15 wide receivers, depending how you think of Christian Watson. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of minutia edges you could grind through thinking about it like Goombas. I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm not going to be like, but what he's saying here basically is that he asked, would week 6 bye be the best before week 8 buys because 11 out of 14 advance compared to small numbers of advancement? Yeah, so what he's saying is like, for sure, part of the equation where like, oh, so week 6 buys don't hurt you as much because literally most people advance that week, 11 out of 14, where if you're taking a buy on like a 6 out of 12 week, that's a harder week to eat a buy at. So off the top of my head, and I think the Underdog tweet is the best way to view this. Like the hardest weeks to advance. And just because it's hard to advance, again, doesn't mean it's bad. Because if you're the only one who could advance one of these, the players that week, like that's obviously a huge edge. But like week 10 is a tough week to have a bye, and week 9. And I don't even know if any teams have buys those weeks. I honestly think they might not. Week 13 too will be interesting just because a lot of teams have a bye that week. Are later buys more valuable? Maybe. Okay, we'll go Kirk here. So we have a layering of buys, not really on purpose, but we have Chubb with a week 5, Ramondre with a week 11, Diggs with a 13, Watson with a 6, and Kirk with a 9. I could see a hyper fragile build, like 4 RBs early, being maybe good in something like this, where just having like all those darts at wide receiver, possible. Wouldn't 3 QB be better than double elite? I wouldn't say better. I'd say different, Like, you're not going to convince me pairing Hurts and Allen is bad in this format, period. Especially if you get to do it like round 2, 3. It's you need that high floor. Really, you need a really high floor with the ability to have a high ceiling as well. Do points carry over week to week? I would assume definitely not, Al. It's a new pod. That's how I understand it. Okay, so it feels really good to get Trevor here with like at ADP compared to what these guys did. And that's why I took Kirk. I debated going Hawkinson, where I do think elite tight end, pretty solid in this format. I don't think it's a waste like Go's cards is saying here. But yeah, to get that Kirk Lawrence pairing in this format when a room when, Lamar, one team has Allen Fields, one team has Hurts Herbert. I'm definitely going 3 QB with Lawrence is the plan. But I like this. So we got a Lawrence, Chubb, Ramondre, Diggs, Watson, Kirk team. Hayden and I were going to talk weekly winners tomorrow, but I'm going to see Hayden Wink's coming on the show tomorrow. I'm going to see if we can twist his arm into doing this instead. Deep has done 2 already. I don't even know how that's possible, Deep. You can't wait for the kitchen chart. Oh, that was pretty fast fingers by me there. Yeah, so this is my man, Bulldog. He's in the Discord. The link to join is not in this YouTube video, but if you want to be in the Discord, join. Go to the kitchen video and click the link to join there. He posts like essentially the same looking team every single day. Where like it always has like Trey Lance, it has like usually like Lamar, Mahomes. He always goes like Andrews, Kittle, Komet, and some other tight end. And then his like wide receiver 2 is like Chase Claypool. So he's a pretty big hoot. And some people like to try to antagonize him, and he sticks to his takes. But might be closed tomorrow, 5% full now. I think that's a little ambitious, Berg. Do I think they're done with the puppies? I'm not really sure, Paul, at all. I didn't get any of those puppies in. I would have if it took longer to fill, but I didn't get a single. I've done no puppies. Many don't know this, but the year that I won Best Ball Mania, I drafted 11 puppies in the puppy 1, and I got 5th. Giving away your picks. Bulldog, I know you well, man. I know you real well. Wow, Gabe Davis falling in this format. Don't think that should happen. The dude could advance you by himself. Okay, what are we doing here, gang? Let's get some Zay Flowers in our life. I think he's about to rise even more in ADP. I'm a piss man. Okay, Daniel. Christopher, brother, you might want to just rewind. Interesting that there isn't separate ranks for this contest. Yeah, I don't know how it works, Nez. They might not have the ability to do that. I definitely think they do. I mean, they probably do, though, because I think the Superflex has different ranks. But maybe they didn't think to plug this differently. I mean, I truly don't know how to, like, rank separately for this contest. Like, anyone who's been like, this player should be around 2 ADP in the Eliminator, but around 3 in regular best ball is pretty thin. I mean, okay, like top of the head, like, okay, like a rookie's probably have a little bit lower in this. A suspended guy should be significantly lower in this. Like Jameson Williams should not go anywhere close to where he goes in regular best ball. Alvin Kamara needs to be dinged quite a bit. I'm not sure, Berg, if all 32 will get drafted because it is only 18 rounds. You know, again, like if I go Allen, if I like the Hurts Herbert guy, I'm stopping at 2, period. If Fields had a different bye week than Allen, I would also stop at 2 there. Contest will be full in 40 hours. I totally think that could happen, Jewish. McCaffrey. Richardson goes. I was considering him for sure. Maybe I'll go Lamar to stack with Flowers. Little jokes, guys. Little jokes we have here. I'm not a big Deshaun guy, but feels nice to build in some negative leverage with the Chubb pick, where if Chubb is not getting the rushing touchdowns, hopefully Deshaun is running them in. And if I can advance past week 5, now I have 2 dudes I don't need to worry about. Tons of late stacking options with him too. I don't think Richardson has a low floor. It's pretty well proven that quarterbacks with rushing upside have high floors, actually. His ceiling is the true question. Yes and no, BMAC. Like BMAC saying that players with high floors are more valuable instead of shooting for straight upside. Yes and no, because it's like you still want those wide receivers who can catch one ball for 20 burger and advance you. Like you don't want to shoot for floor with every pick. Zero if on bench. Well, Daniel, I don't know how to tell you this, but he's already been named the starter of the Colts, so he's not going to be on the bench, bro. Tony, probably a worse pick in this format too, especially if he's not ready to go week 1. But that's one of Bolduc's guys. My thing with the Richardson might be bad at passing is what's your logic for Fields being a good fantasy quarterback then? Fields was not letting it up in the passing department. How we feeling on this new contest? I like it a lot, man. I've been a big proponent of that they should release a contest for the true virgins. So Daniel Jones goes, he would have been an automatic pick here for me. But they should release a contest where the rounds 19 through 34 or whatever, however big of rounds they want to go, the players that have ADPs there just start a new contest where round 19 ADP is round 1. And remove the quarterback position, remove tight end. Okay. We're going to go Charbonnet here. Again, I want to be kind of balanced. Welcome back, Christopher. Back to the present. Who would be the 101 of that contest? Guys like Deontay Hardy, CEH, Trent Sherfield, Rico Dowdle, Kyron Williams. Like I don't know the round 19 by ADP right now. Corey Davis. Already 6% filled. Yeah, Ashton, I think quite a bit of that has to do with, I'm assuming I'm the only streamer who went live right now, so I think that's helping the hype of it filling. Dowdle is RB2 now for sure, right? I do not think that's for sure, Matt. I've been drafting him, but I still think it's up in the air. Like, it could be Deuce Vaughn. It could be Malik Davis. It seems like the beat writers are leaning Dowdle, though. But the high-stakes drafters are, like, drunk on some Deuce Vaughn love. Okay, so Flock is live too. We haven't done a stream yet together. I think we should, though. I'll reach out. Yeah, but the point is, like, if there's two, he has literally one of the biggest, if not the biggest, fantasy football YouTube is, and I think I have a really, I have a small YouTube channel. We're on the road to 2K or 3K, but I think I have of the people who follow me are really plugged in people usually who, like, a lot of my followers are the type of people who are going to be in something like this. Thanks, Infa. Yeah, I have a lot more of a diehard following. Like, that's not saying anything crazy. We went Jalen Warren. This is how we're going to win Week 17. Warren should have, I have a pretty safe floor with the Chubb, Ramondre, Charbonnet. Warren's going to be those spikes. I debated going one of the quarterbacks there, but with the capital of Lawrence Watson, I'll just add in another. First year doing best ball. Welcome, guys. Welcome. my first year doing best ball was, I didn't even know about Underdog, but it was the year BBM 1 was released. And that was also the first year I made a Twitter account. And I remember typing in best ball on the internet, on Twitter, and I found like an old 4for4 article. And that's why I have TJ Hernandez on sometimes, because he was the only one doing content. And there's really nothing else on the best ball space. You're smart, Cholin. If you're here, you're smart. Are you taking any Kareem Hunt or Lenny? I have like a share or two of Kareem Hunt in drafters, and I have like a couple shares of Lenny, but I don't know, man. Like, I don't think it's that likely that any of these free agent running backs are the guy you need. And I do think it's live that some of them will fuller you. Guys, help me out on the road to 3K. We got to reach that. Tomorrow, Hayden Winks coming on. I'm in the works of scheduling with Evan Silva. Hopefully, we'll be able to find a time that works for him. Pete's coming on next Monday. Matthew Berry, the 31st. Do I think entering an Eliminator is a must? No, Castle. I don't think any form of gambling is a must. If you don't have the bankroll or you feel like you're overexposed, you do not need to enter this. Do I think it's going to be a fun sweat? Yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty fun sweat. So pretty decent team. We're probably going 4 tight end minimum on my squad. Well, I don't know why P. Ryan is falling so far, but we'll take P. Ryan. Probably be done at running back with that. We'll have some spikes. Zay Jones, yeah, like maybe I should have gone that, but I don't know. How long until you feel like you had a good draft? Just watch the channel a little bit more, Goombas. You'll get there. I should be at 100K. You know, Tolan, if I took social media a little bit more seriously, I need to pay for the Twitter blue check. 1. I need to make some like short 10-minute videos that not only grinders are following. Like, these are the 10 running backs you need. These are the players that are going to win you your league. Shit like that. Need to do some of that. What am I speculating happens to JT? I think a trade's unlikely. It's pretty bad for my bags if it gets traded because I mostly was fading him because he's on the Colts. But yeah, I don't see the trade. Yeah, I need some slappy videos. You're right, JB. I should just like hit up Davis for a day and be like, look, dude, we're gonna film a bunch of slappy videos right now, and then I'll just release them slowly. Yeah, I need to get up on TikTok. The top 5 players to take round 17 and 18 would get 200K views. No, it would not, Tolan, because only dedicated virgins care about that. That would not resonate with the dude who's just doing his home league draft right now. He's like, I auto draft those rounds. Who gives a fuck? Any chance I show my exposures? No. I will release them. I will release them once I max, and also once I release them like the day before the NFL season starts. That's what I've done the past 2 years. Yeah, Nico Collins is a guy I was drafting like almost every single time when he was around 12, 13, 14 pick. In regular best ball land, I have not been taking Nico Collins in round 9 and 10. A, I usually just don't take wide receiver there a lot. B, my bags are already packed at much cheaper prices. Still seems like a thin bet. We have a 2-5-5 build cooking right now. Lawrence and Watson. Nice floor ceiling combo in those guys. Chubb, Ramondre, Charbonnet, Warren, Pirine. Diggs, Watson, Kirk, Flowers, Nico. All my wide receivers have different buys except Flowers and Diggs. People might be jumping the shark a little bit on the quarterbacks. Like, bumping up the expensive guys, fine. But you don't want to be bumping up like Derek Carr and, like Russ and Goff and shit. That video would get 200 views. I know. And half of them would call me an idiot. I'm pretty open though, Castle. Like, if anyone watched my content and drafted against me, it's not too much of a secret. This is outlandish, Tolan. I know Tolan, he's a friend of mine, so I can tell him that, but absolutely insane take. No one is trading a first for JT. I agree. Like, I don't even really know what team makes sense for him. Like, people want to say the Eagles. So Jordan Love goes. That is a bummer. I will make sure that he doesn't stack him with anyone. Just spite stuff, North. Although I've been getting a little bit less as he gets more expensive. So, yeah, Love would have been nice with Watson. Seems like the room just wants to give me a bunch of wideouts. I'm getting blown up right now. Let's get some tight ends. Juwan Johnson. He's going to score some touchdowns. Thoughts on Sam Howell? I've been pretty bullish on Sam Howell the whole draft season. He's got rushing ability. He's got he could be a good passer. Is there some risk he gets benched? Sure. But and we like the OC a lot. He's got good pass game weapons. He's a guy I like. Yeah, we'll add wide receiver. Nice Chipsy, Kelsey and Kincaid. Yeah, you really need to have like a balanced-ish build. At the same time, I can see 0 RB working where 0 RB gives you a high floor by nature. Because while other teams are filling in, let's see what Gritty did here, where other teams are filling in Michael Gallup as your wide receiver 3, you have T. Higgins. Wow. Sam Howell goes. Would have considered taking him here. I'm not going to force my third quarterback. I will ride 2 if I have to. Richardson's not getting benched. I don't know where that's coming from. Luke Musgrave, welcome to the team. High upside tight end. He will have spike weeks. Someone asked where JSN went in this normal spot. Are you going 4 tight ends just because of the Eliminator format? Do you ever go 4 tight end in regular contests? Yeah, I mean, don't mean to call myself the godfather of 4 tight ends. I'm sure there were people who were doing it before me, but I had a lot of 4 tight end teams last year on DK, like probably 35 to 40% of my portfolio. Didn't tout it on stream, so not getting the credit for that idea, but thought is really viable on a 20 round format. And I've always done some 4 tight end teams in regular best ball, and I do some 4 quarterback teams in regular best ball. My puppy team that got 5th in the puppy was a 4 quarterback team. Love the draft with Kitchen. Yeah, Kitchen's hilarious, man. He's always great. I think the chance Richardson gets benched at some point in the season is next to none. Like, unless he, like, I don't know, is seeing ghosts. Just hopped in. What's your gut feeling towards strategy for this? Forgies, I would recommend you throw my stream on 500x speed, and then you'll hear that. Daniel getting a little tight about that. I said it's not going to happen. If you're going to go 4 tight end, obviously 4 late is how you would do it. I might only stop at 3 here, but it depends. Kitchen is legit laugh out loud funny to me. Like, I always like watching the Swolecast. He's a big reason why. Now, be nice in the chat. No cyberbullying. Only I can do that. Just kidding. Not bullying. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I was going to say I'm going to take Jameson Williams here, but this is like arguably where he should go in a format like this. Yeah, I don't know. So people are like going outrageous with the quarterbacks. We're going to draft DPJ, get our Brown stack. It's possible Cedric Tillman benches him, but what's also possible is that Elijah Moore hits the bench and DPJ and Tillman play on the outside and Amari Cooper plays in the slot. So just got Jameson at 140. That's where he, like, on drafters, which sometimes drafters is pretty sharp, I think. He's like in the 150s. So the team is a Lawrence Watson team with Chubb, Ramondre, Charbonnet, Warren, and Pirine. Diggs, Watson, Kirk, Zay Flowers, Nico Collins, DPJ, Juwan, Johnson, and Luke Musgrave at tight end. Really seems like this room is pulling up tight end and the quarterbacks, which like probably shouldn't be pulled up. You know, like what I would say is this room is panicking at quarterback, which I understand why you would, because you literally can't win if you don't fill in the quarterback position. But I do think rooms will get sharper about holding the line, if you would, because if you're someone who did not draft Hurts and Herbert, the worst thing you can do is start panicking at like the late round quarterbacks and start giving that team a bunch of falling value where you start like panicking and being like, I need Matthew Stafford here. And I don't know, like maybe like I need Ryan Tannehill here. I need Desmond Ridder here. I need Jimmy G here, you know? Yes, it was, of course, 4 late quarterbacks, Jay Gamb. I think we'll just grab CJ Stroud here to correlate with Nico. A fine third quarterback. Round 16's whatever. I mean, so is like, to be fair to these guys grabbing the Stafford, the Jimmy, the Ritter, is there really a big difference in the skill players you're getting here versus round 16, 17? Probably not, so. But like that trio of quarterbacks, each has a different bye. We'll see what kind of ceiling Stroud offers. Does correlate with Nico. Big reason I did it. I like my team so far. I think Diggs obviously has a high floor ceiling. I think Kirk will have a high floor ceiling. Watson, high ceiling. Not so sure about the floor. Zay Flowers, looking like a great pick. Nico will have some spikes. DPJ should have some spikes. Juwan and Musgrave should have some spikes. Chubb and Ramondre, solid floor ceiling. Zach Charbonnet, upside. Warren, upside. P. Ryan should have some spikes. We have 2 more picks. Have I seen the $250 drafters contest? I have. It's not a priority contest for me to enter. Might do it. Thoughts on the Texans wide receiver room? Man, that's a tough one, Shiv. Obviously, Nico and Schultz. Probably top of the pass catching order. Feels like Tank Dell is going to get out there. I find it very tough to click Robert Woods' name. I was pretty bullish on Mechie, but a little bit worried about him. I would rather draft Noah Brown than Robert Woods, considering that Noah Brown never gets drafted and Robert Woods does. And Noah Brown was like good with the Cowboys, in my opinion. Castle saying Jaguars play the Colts twice in weeks 1 through 8. Colts defense is terrible, so I like Lawrence. Yeah, I just think Lawrence is going to pass for like 4,500 to 5,000 yards this year. So that's why I like Lawrence. And that's why I think like any concern about Christian Kirk's ADP is like whatever. Like I like Ridley, but he's probably not going to have 2,000 passing yards. Yeah, I don't think I can do another running back. Michael Mayer, pretty high upside guy to tack on, especially on a room that is starving the beast at tight end. Not so sure you need to be getting these like off the wall guys like Braxton Berrios, but if you believe that he's going to have a lot of spike weeks, then obviously you should. Yeah, Xavier Hutchinson in the mix too. Daniel, back in the good graces with that. Good job, Daniel. Kyler in this is fun. I don't know, man. What are people's vibes on Kyler? When's he playing? I think I'm just going to make my bed with these 3 tight ends. And if I don't advance because of it, so be it. And I'm going to add on a 7th wide receiver. Just seems like with you having to start 3 a week, one of your guys is probably getting injured. Berrios is wide receiver 3 in the Dolphins. Maybe. Or maybe Durham Smythe is the 3rd pass catching target. Or maybe Chosen Anderson gets some work. Or maybe Cedric Wilson gets some work. Or maybe Devin Achane eats those targets. The point is maybe. Also, like, were we pumping the fist for Trent Sherfield last year as a 3rd target on Miami? who, by the way, the market was wrong about who that was too. We're going to do Josh Downs. He has a week 11 bye. He is a rookie. Sorry about my camera, guys. I don't know what's going on there. We're going to take Downs, though. Give me a second here to work out this camera. God damn. Well, at least it lasted me most of the stream. God, this is so annoying. I will get this camera on before I say goodbye for the night and go watch Star Wars. You mother trucker. Okay, let's try like this. Doesn't even show up. Fantastic. You guys are hearing me, right? All right. We're back. So, we finished with a 3-5-7-3 build. Pretty solid build, in my opinion. I think this is like a pretty good asset allocation as far as you need one of the 3 quarterbacks each week. You need 2 of the 5 running backs each week, but I spent quite a bit of capital there. You need 3 of the 7 wide receivers, and you need 1 of the 3 tight ends. So we got Lawrence, Watson, Stroud at quarterback. Chubb, Ramondre, Charbonnet, Warren, P. Ryan. I think it's arguable that I could have just not done Stroud and used that extra bullet at running back or wide receiver. With me having Lawrence and Watson, 2 pretty highly drafted quarterbacks in the market, I think that's something you could do sometimes. I don't think you need 3 QB. Chubb, Ramondre, Charbonnet, Warren, P. Ryan. Reached on Warren and got P. Ryan at his ADP. And arguably, like, these guys should swap in the market, so I think that's fine. They all have a different bye week except for Charbonnet and Chubb. Pretty nice bye distribution there. Diggs, Watson, Kirk, Flowers, Nico, DPJ, and Josh Downs. I like that my last dart guy is A, going to see the field, and B, has a week 11 bye. Only Flowers and Diggs overlap on buys. And that is it. So that's pretty good for going 7 wide receivers and only having 2 overlapping buys. Week 13, which a lot of teams are on bye that week. We still have quite a bit of guys there. Juwan, Musgrave, and Mayer. If the rookies are slow to begin, which, like, I'm not expecting Musgrave to be slow to begin to start the year. Mayer, maybe, because maybe he plays behind Austin Hooper and gang to begin. But if they are, Juwan should, in theory, hit the ground running. Warming to Juwan after being scared off with the Foster Moreau signing and all those other signings. So, yeah, I think pretty good bullet here. I'll definitely try to max this contest. I'm not going to kill myself if, like, the Virgins fill this thing tomorrow. Maybe I'll get 3 to 5 in. No, I don't think it's a troll either, Dark Sheep. I think it was a troll by you. I had a talking point ready for Allen, and so it was just a gutter to have him go there. Obviously, I would have preferred Allen there, but maybe it's a blessing. Maybe Nick Chubb is the guy you need to win this contest. So, guys, do me a favor here. Thanks for tuning into this night stream. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'm going to end the stream in the beginning or in a moment here. When I do that, if you could refresh the stream, drop any comment in the chat below for algorithmic purposes. Helps me out. You can say, you need a haircut, nice team, your team sucks. Really, any of the above works for me. Going to be live with Hayden tomorrow at, let me get that time for you, 12 p.m. Eastern. So tune in again then. Have a great day. Enjoy your nights. Peace out, guys.